A 14-pound mountain of nachos that puts Everest to shame.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely unbelievable, unreal, and indescribable.
What's next? Guess what? Meat.
A barbecue sandwich wider than the Mississippi.
This sandwich is just monstrous, over the top.
Sauce is dripping, perfectly smoked, delicious.
It is sheer ecstasy in my mouth.
These hometown food sensations have caused a chain reaction.
This is the best place for pizza in Pittsburgh.
I want to unhinge my jaw and eat this. I am in breakfast burrito heaven.
Oh my God.
Who's your daddy?
We've rounded up the best citywide franchises that are off the chain. Who knew South Carolina was so much like South California? Just across the harbor from Charleston, on Sullivan's Island, it's all about surfing and shrimp tacos.
It's super chilled. You can literally smell the salt air. Everybody's so relaxed, so happy to be here.
We're at the main outpost of a local chain that's mastered the art of chill, Mex One Coastal Cantina. Named for the scenic highway that runs from Tijuana down to Cabo.
Drop in, chill out. It's really kind of what we're all about. The feeling is when you get out of the water and you're hungry, you've been paddling all day and surfing, and you just want good, healthy, fun food.
Your whole beach party can fill up on the biggest, baddest, surf and turfiest nacho platter in the Southeast. The Big Papa.
You're getting the cheese, you're getting the peak, you're getting the smoked chicken, the smoked pork, the banging shrimp. It's everything we got thrown on a nacho.
We join culinary director Ryan Jones in progress making the beer batter for the bangin' shrimp.
That's why it's good to be the chef.
Those crunchy, spicy beauties may be Mex One's signature flavor morsel.
Baja Spice is a perfect amount of heat without too much kick.
The beer bubbles make it crunch, and also,
Why wouldn't you add beer to it?
they emerge with the perfect tan every time. Truly bangin'. Ryan's chicken is also a taste force to be reckoned with.
This is our brine chicken, which we end up putting in the smoker. You can smell the citrus, you can smell the bay leaves releasing. We're gonna let it sit overnight, and then it's off to the smoker.
And you know how Carolina feels about barbecue pork. Definitely need some of that.
I'm a cook by day and masseuse by night.
The rub includes brown sugar, cayenne, garlic, and a lot of pepper. How much pepper? That much. But the results will be nothing to sneeze at.
When we smoke it, 13 hours gives it a nice crust on the outside, still keeps the pork nice and juicy in the middle.
Ryan got into cooking the same way most people do. Peer pressure.
In high school, I had some friends that were doing it. They had a fun lifestyle. It's something I got into early on and just was good at when I started doing it.
With our meat smoked out, let's unpack the stacking process.
First, I'm gonna start with a layer of chips. Next, we're gonna add some warm queso. The queso's like the glue on this sucker. Then we're gonna hit it with some black beans. We'll layer a little bit of that chicken and that pork. We try to layer this, put enough on there so every bite is perfect.
Like they say on Price is Right, higher, higher.
A little bit more of that melted gold. And then some guacamole. And when I say some guacamole, I mean 2.5 pounds of guacamole.
There's 4 shrimp on every bangin' shrimp taco, but the Big Papa, he gets 30.
And then we got some bangin' sauce. Finish it with a little bit of sweet heat. And don't forget, squeeze a lime.
Here comes a 14-pound nacho tsunami.
Oh my God! It's like the perfect amount of crispy in the shrimp. It's like a little spicy, but a little sweet.
Chicken is super moist. It's got a smoked flavor. This bird's got attitude.
This burger's so good. It reminds me of being home in North Carolina because we have so much barbecue there. I'm known as a queso queen, and this queso tops all queso. Very creamy. Every place I go.
It's so good it should be in pinatas. You don't even need candy in there no more.
They may just be a small chain now, but Mex One knows how to maximize a good thing. The chain that's got a lock on St. Louis barbecue traditions is the Sugar Fire Smokehouse. That namesake smoke just draws you right in.
You don't need a GPS to get to Sugar Fire. You can be blocks away, and you can find it right on target because of the great smell and aroma that comes from this place. The cool part is that this is a local chain by a local person who lives here in St. Louis, and that makes it amazing.
She's talking about local hero Mike Johnson, who left 2 decades of high-end chef stuff to get back to basics.
I just love the discipline of barbecue. I love the old school. Rub, meat, smoke. That's pretty much it. Plus, it's a family thing. People come here with their families. Everybody's happy.
Mike may be modest, but his approach to the barbecue arts grabbed everyone by the taste buds and set off a chain reaction. 11 locations, most in St. Louis.
Well, we started out from cooking 5 briskets and 5 pork butts, and now I'm cooking about 9 tons of meat a day, company-wide.
Hefty hunks of that smoked-out protein wind up on Sugar Fire's signature sandwich, the Big Muddy.
The Big Muddy is named after the Mississippi River. It's a little bit sloppy. It's just got a bunch of flavors packed into one big bite.
It begins as so many barbecue stories do, with a man, a brisket, and some rub.
Our rub, I like it to have a little bit of a heat to it. So there's an emphasis on the cayenne. We have chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder. I'm gonna cover every surface of this before we put it in the smoker.
For Mike, it's not rocket science or any kind of science at all.
People always ask me about this barbecue trend. I tell them, you know, cavemen barbecued. It's really simple. We're not doing some crazy voodoo or something. I'm putting it in this old hickory pit and I'm leaving it alone. People ask me, how long did you cook that brisket for? I'm like, I don't know. I cooked it till it was done.
Mike takes that meat out to the streets, where his rotisserie smoker is hidden inside a colorful shipping container.
This is my smoker. How cool is this? Obviously, we make some good barbecue. Otherwise, St. Louis wouldn't have blocked the street off for us. Need I say more?
After an unspecified time in the smoke, he brings that brisket back home.
Slow and low, that's the tempo. That's what brisket's supposed to look like. Perfect.
Then there's the sausage, made locally according to Mike's strict specifications.
This sausage here is pork, jalapeno cheese. Let's snap it open and see what happens. You see that pop? You can see all the moisture and cheese in there.
Here's where meat meets bread.
I got a locally made bun here in St. Louis. We're gonna take this brisket, kind of get that nice and stacked on there. Then I'm gonna get this sausage on. You gotta make it sloppy and you gotta make it big.
You've also gotta add the crunch of shredded greens and the sour punch of pickles. Next, it's house-made sweet sauce, followed by creamy yet sinus-tickling horseradish.
The Big Muddy, juices flowing like the mighty Mississippi.
Oh! Dang! Hey, I'm finna get in this mug, you hear me?
This sandwich is just completely monstrous, over the top, best of the best. So good.
What I love about the brisket is it takes several hours to give it the perfect smoke and keep the meat so tender. Sauce dripping, perfectly smoked, delicious.
The white sauce gives you that perfect flavor of that spice and then that smokiness from the meat. You can't go wrong.
The sausage, it has this pop, and it's juicy, and then the jalapenos, it's so spicy, and it's so good.
If you're watching your carbs, forget the bread and go full caveman with the Meat Daddy.
The Meat Daddy comes with everything, and you don't have to think about it. You just order it and eat.
Mike begins this paleo platter by slicing more of that juicy brisket and offering up a slice of history.
I was really inspired by my mom's cooking growing up, and it was mostly because her food was bad. Hey, Mom, I love you, but you know it's true.
Also true, there's more to this than brisket, like ribs.
But everything gets the same rub here, except for the ribs is going to get a little extra layer of brown sugar on there to bring out more of a bark and a little extra sweetness.
And turkey.
The skin is the whole secret right here. This is just keeping it moist throughout the whole cooking process.
Ribs and turkey hit the smoker along with a pork butt. They exit at different times, but reunite on the mother of all platters.
The Meat Daddy. Who's your daddy?
You don't need any utensils with it at all. At one point, you may not need any teeth. I don't know.
The ribs are really juicy, and there's brown sugar on top. It's just the epitome of St. Louis on a plate.
The brisket's got a nice smoky flavor, and then the sausage with the jalapeno and cheese gives a nice heat to you, but not too much. All around, I'd say 2 thumbs up. I can taste the juiciness in the turkey, and it's really good. Like Thanksgiving, but with a barbecue spice to it.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Step aside, Grandma. This meatloaf sandwich is the biggest thing in Boulder.
This is huge. The bun can barely contain it.
The Rocky Mountains may no longer be the most impressive chain in Boulder, Colorado. Locals are climbing over each other for a taste of what's grilling and chilling at the Post Brewing Company.
When you have a small local chain like the Post, everything's made from scratch. They develop their recipes on their own in the back.
It's just really nice place to grab a really great beer, have a meal that's going to be way better than anything you can make at home.
Which is why Chef Brett Smith was able to convert a single win into a citywide four-peat. But it ain't easy.
The challenging thing about being a chain of 4 restaurants is we make everything in each location by hand every day. When you walk in here, we're just rustic fun. We've got incredible beer, incredible food.
And an incredible knack for putting them together.
You can tell them what you want to eat, and they'll pair beer to it, and it's a great combination every time.
Folks in Colorado definitely have really high standards. We're trying to elevate our dishes.
A mile higher than the usual fare is the Post's cast iron meatloaf sandwich.
This is like Grandma's meatloaf, but way better, okay? It's delicious.
Meatloaf is the ultimate comfort food. It fits right in with what we're doing. There's just layer upon layer of flavor in that dish.
Chef Brett starts just like Grandma didn't, rendering bacon and then adding onions to that savory fat.
That's going to add more flavor to our meatloaf. Nothing better than onions cooked in bacon fat. Love that sizzle.
A different heat arrives from Pepperland.
One of Colorado's signature foods is definitely green chili, so we definitely try and work that in when we can.
Brett's also working in tomato paste and crushed red pepper. Then that flavor-packed potion is added to locally sourced ground beef, along with panko, eggs, and Brett's super secret spicy sweet glaze.
Yeah, this is just some of the tricks we have up our sleeves.
Nothing left for Brett but to roll up his sleeves and to get a little zen on the art of meatloaf making.
Meatloaf's just one of the things we had once a week, you know? It reminds me of just being around my family and passing food around and enjoying ourselves together.
His signature blend makes its way into a pan and then the oven, while Brett returns to his favorite pastime, bacon.
I would say bacon's kind of like garlic to me. You know, you put a little bit of it in anything.
Like marmalade. Here, bacon and onions meet up with brown sugar, red wine, and red wine vinegar.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what we're looking for. Bacon onion marmalade. It's good for you.
Fresh out of the oven, the meatloaf is sliced into a brick-sized portion and cast into an iron skillet.
So we're looking for this to almost have like a slightly blackened look to it, just a nice caramelization on the outside.
Brett deploys more of his secret glaze, then coats a bun with horseradish crema to enhance that meat slab. A mass of bacon marmalade, and we are beyond the comfort zone.
Post Brewing Company cast iron meatloaf sandwich. This is not your grandma's sandwich.
This is huge. The bun can barely contain it. The meatloaf is really yummy. There's a little spice in it from the horseradish, which balances out the sweetness of the onion really nicely.
I would take a bath in the bacon onion marmalade. It's that good.
Right now, taste buds, I don't know what's going on. I just know that it is sheer ecstasy in my mouth. It's going crazy, and I can't contain the flavor that's happening right now. And excuse me 1 second while I indulge. Thank you. Sorry, Grandma, but the chef's figured something out.
Chef Brett's also noodled a new flavor equation for his AP exam in chicken and waffles. Brett's waffles begin normal enough with egg yolks and buttermilk. Then what's that? Chili powder?
It's not necessarily spicy, but just a little extra something going on there.
Flour and butter make it a batter, and then fluffy meringue makes the batter better.
Just makes a nice fluffy waffle with a great texture to it.
The batter hits the iron while chicken hits the fryer. They'll unite on the plate with maple butter, a tangy cherry chili chutney, and a seriously savory chorizo cream gravy. Like we weren't already breathless.
This high altitude, delicious.
I want to unhinge my jaw and eat this.
Chicken is very juicy, a little crunchiness on there, which complements the waffles really well. The gravy that comes with it is packed with chorizo, which has a ton of flavor in there.
I don't have words. It's so good.
The chutney adds a sweetness to the chicken. It balances out with the gravy. It makes it kind of fruity, but then you put the waffles with it. It's perfect.
Kill me now. That's the best thing I've ever had. That is amazing. Everyone needs to order this.
With 4 locations packing them in nightly, let's hope this chain has a link near you.
Every town in this country should have a place like the Post.
This Seattle Spots breakfast burrito will totally change your day.
My day just got 20 times better. I think the sun is coming out.
And this handmade Portland donut will have you saying, holy cannoli.
I've never had a donut like this. I just want more.
There's something so wonderfully indulgent about brunch. It's hearty, it's leisurely, and you get to have alcohol before noon. In Seattle, where brunch time is often gray, it's also a warm taste of sunshine.
I feel elated. My day just got 20 times better. I think the sun is coming out.
This is definitely brunch Seattle style because everything is fresh. All the ingredients are organic and local.
Defining Seattle-style succulents at 4 brunch-tastic cafes around town is the family-run Portage Bay.
Biggest pro and the biggest con of working for your parents is that you're working for your parents.
What could possibly be wrong with working for me?
There's nothing wrong with
No. How about working for your father?
There's a different story.
You can tell that they care about what they do, and it shows in the food.
It almost feels like it's like a single restaurant on its own, so it's amazing that it can have all these different locations and provide such good quality no matter where.
Keeping that quality high is head chef Chris Rosenhauer, ready to rap out about the Verde Breakfast Burrito.
The Verde Breakfast Burrito is a one-of-a-kind burrito. It's gonna satisfy you for the rest of the day.
For many, satisfaction means big meat, so Chris breaks down a huge pork butt.
We've got a little mixture here of chicken stock and apple cider vinegar. We're gonna take a little blend of spices. There's some chili flakes. Beyond that, it's a little bit of a family secret.
Chris pours the liquid rub into the pork tub, then the gloves come on, and he gets tender with it.
I have not had a massage that good in years.
Garlic cloves and orange wedges add even more sweet acidity, and a steamy slow cook leads to pork perfection.
When you squeeze it, all of it just falls apart. Tear off a piece of it, and just make sure that all those flavors are there. And they are. That's fantastic.
With his pork shoulder shredded, Chris goes green.
We do our burrito with Verde sauce because it gives that plate an extra pop.
He fills a pot with poblanos, jalapenos, and tomatillos.
These guys are just a little bit sweet, but that's going to be the meat of the sauce that goes on the top.
Onions and garlic top the pot, along with local lime juice, sea salt, and enough water to let it all cook down for a good long time. Then Chris hits it with fresh cilantro and the green machine.
It's got some heat, but it's still got all the flavor in there. That's absolutely delicious. If you're not awake by brunch, that'll do the trick.
He softens the tortilla and scoops on their 3-bean refrieds, followed by red roasted potatoes.
Next, you're gonna get the 1-2 punch of pork. So the chorizo's gonna give it a little bit more spice. That pulled pork that we just got out of the oven, nice and shredded.
Sour cream to cool down the heat, then tuck and roll.
You're gonna take that Verde sauce and you're just gonna absolutely smother the entire thing.
Top with cheese, green onion, and
the piece de resistance. That's gonna be the first thing you see coming at you. It's gonna be looking right back at you.
Like an eye on the prize.
This is the Verde Breakfast Burrito at Portage Bay, bringing the sunny side to Seattle.
That's not even fair. Are you kidding?
People go to museums to look at things like this.
Oh, that radio.
The pork shoulder is like really, really rich. The chorizo is really spicy.
This pork shoulder is just unreal.
It's like fancy, beautiful brunch bacon.
This pork shoulder has this wonderful smoky aftertaste that just complements this salsa verde that has this like kind of citrusy take on it.
I am in breakfast burrito heaven.
Donuts are no longer a break room afterthought. They're having a moment. And in Portland, Maine, there's only one mini chain that will give you a truly transcendent surge of sugar. the Holy Donut.
I remember my first Holy Donut, and I haven't turned back since. I won't have any other donut.
It is the hidden gem of the Portland area. You don't know it, and then once you know it, you can't not go.
The creator of these crunchy and creamy cake holes is Lee Kellis.
I had a really heavy craving for donuts about 7 years ago and couldn't satisfy it with the donuts that I found, so I decided to start making them.
She broke out the basics, then Lee went local.
Somebody suggested we try using Maine's #1 crop in the donut, which is the potato. Turns out it worked really well, and it makes a much more delicious donut.
The tater-based treats took off faster than Lee could handle on her own.
My donut angel is my dad. He jumped in to help me as a volunteer for many years.
Dad's favorite donut was a Downeaster take on an Italian original, the Triple Berry Cannoli. Their super soft dough is made from a flour-potato combo.
We make all of our dough from scratch every day, thousands of pounds.
Lee rolls it out and cuts her discs.
When you've been doing it for a while, you kind of go with just a feeling.
When do you add the holes?
So these donuts do not have a hole. It's got a little trench. We're going to fill that with our delicious ricotta filling. It's nice and not too sweet. It rounds out that triple berry glaze.
Cloud-like ricotta is blended with tangy cream cheese.
We're going to add a splash of lemon juice. And we're going to add that pure vanilla, the real thing.
Sugar turns the sweetness up just enough.
Let's make sure it is perfect. So good.
Really making it special is a fresh taste of Maine.
We are going to puree some raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries along with a little bit of sugar and some fresh lemon juice. The lemon juice adds a little bit of brightness and preserves the beautiful color. Delicious.
Color that's enhanced in the fryer.
We're going to take these golden brown delicious donuts, cover them in our triple berry glaze. You want a ton of flavor. We'll now add the ricotta filling. This has got that nice tart ricotta flavor.
Leave the guns, take the donuts.
What donut dreams are made of, the Holy Cannoli.
Oh my gosh, the berry, so good. Delicious.
Man, I'm confused but impressed. This is really good. I've never had a donut like this. I just want more.
Oh my God. Nice cheesy flavor with the sweet of the frosting. Unbelievable.
The outside has that nice fried crispiness to it. And it's just enough to give you that sweet taste.
And the fresh berry is amazing. That is the Holy Cannoli. It's got wings.
Tubers really get tubular in Holy Donut's game-changing ginger sweet potato glazed.
It's spicy, it's a little sweet, it is so good. It's probably my favorite in this whole shop.
Lee rolls out a dough that's been primed with roasted sweet potatoes.
And it makes for such a nice, incredibly unusual, delicious flavor. You notice this donut has no hole.
I did, but I wasn't going to mention it.
We put the hole in it as we fry it. Fresh out of the fryer, time to glaze these little babies.
The glaze is simplicity itself. A bit of fresh ginger, hot water, and sugar is all you need.
Some of our donuts we glaze while they're still really hot, so we get a nice glossy, shiny, translucent glaze. Holy donut perfection.
Get thee to a dunkery.
The sweet potato ginger glazed donut.
It's just the perfect amount of glaze. I get a lot of that spice in that one bite. Savor every flavor.
Now you know where to pull off in Portland for a sweet taste of the divine. The Holy Donut.
This is why you come off of the exit off of 95. This is why.
A meatball sub and burger hybrid in SoCal where the cheese steals the show.
It's absolutely perfect. I'm balling. I'm balling.
Unchaining eaters from Burger Boredom in Northridge, California. There's a family-run restaurant putting fresh and fun on a bun.
One of the best I've ever tasted.
Completely unexpected.
But it's super good.
They're talking about SoCal's tastiest mini franchise, The Stand. And it's a family affair with the Wishengrad fellows setting the table.
My inspiration in life was my grandfather. We'd go to great burger stands throughout L.A.
I kept thinking back to those childhood memories, and frankly, he was my inspiration.
All that passion is on display in their Italian sub-inspired Mama Meatball Burger.
A meatball burger, it's familiar, yet it's totally original and unique.
Chef David Selman knows what you want and brings you both of them.
We're taking two classics, a meatball sub, burger, combining them into one great thing.
It begins with a meeting of the meats.
We get our meat ground and delivered fresh every day. We have ground beef, ground pork.
A little egg helps hold it all together, while Parmesan cheese and parsley keep things real.
This is definitely how Mama would make her meatballs.
Then it's onion and garlic for some Italian flavor.
A little chili flake. Mama likes her meatball spicy. We're gonna mix everything so you get every flavor in every bite.
And this thing's all killer, no filler.
By not adding breadcrumb to it and doing it in the form of a patty, it stays juicy.
David corrals that meatball into a burger that's got a nice ring to it.
Just make sure it touches all the edges so we get a nice even patty and it cooks perfectly. It's got the cheese in there that starts to melt out. It forms a really nice crust.
Meat mastered, David lays down some truth.
You can't have a Mama meatball without cheese on it.
And not just a standard square, hand-sliced provolone with an egg and breadcrumb crust, fried golden brown. Not missing a flavor trick, the bun is slathered in butter and Parmesan before hitting the grill.
Smell the cheese, you can smell the meatball cooking. You're starting to get this nice parm crust you can see around the side.
Smells like love.
Our burger patties just finishing up cooking. The fried provolone, Mama's secret red sauce, a generous coating of basil. You want to be able to get that in every bite.
Classic Italian taste. It's in the burger, baby.
And that's the Mama meatball, only at the stand.
I love burgers. I love meatball subs. I'm balling. I'm meatballing.
You get the meatball sub, you get like the Italian flavor. It was like, I'm about to have an Italian meal. That was so good.
I've never had a meatball done just like this until I came to the stand. That provolone, oh, I need to have another bite.
The cheese melts in your mouth, blends well with the seasoning.
Wow, this basil adds to the Italian flavor. It's absolutely perfect.
The next stamp in our burger passport is the stand's French onion soup burger. David moves from the flat top to the char griller for this number.
We char grill all of our beef burgers. We like the flavor that it gives it. We like the crisscross quadrillage pattern.
It's like we're already in Paris.
Spreading a parm and Gruyere spread on here.
Those classic onion soup flavors get the Royale treatment.
We're gonna finish that on the flat top to get it nice and crispy.
Awesome burger if it ends there. But what's going on in the pot?
Pot, we have our French onion soup au jus. We serve that on the side. It's kind of like a deconstructed bowl of French onion soup.
Still not rich enough for you? How about some melty cheese? Now, let's erect this Eiffel Tower.
Patty and cheese on the crispy bun. We're gonna top that with the caramelized onions.
And for even more oniony fun,
crispy fried onions.
Top that with a cheesy bun and partnered with the au jus, it's almost like
soup on a bun.
It's the French onion soup burger.
Let's see how this goes.
I think that dip puts it over the top. It tastes like French onion soup, but it's a burger.
The au jus sauce with the cheese and the grilled onions, that's good stuff.
Oh, this bun is just so good. The cheese, the juiciness, you get both flavors of onions. It's so great.
I would definitely call this a super burger.
Vive la France! Take a stand against bland, mass-produced meals at the stand.
This place is off the chain. Dude, I'm totally coming back here like all the time.
A pasta dish in Chicago so spicy, it's covered in angry sauce.
Wow, it packs a punch.
Mamma mia.
What's the most beloved old-school Italian chain in Chicago? The name is on everyone's lips. Rosebud. Owner Alex Dana, a.k.a. The Boss, breaks it down.
40 years ago, they needed an Italian restaurant to bring the spirit back to Little Italy. I was the first one to get there and start pushing it to that level.
One Rosebud turned into 8, including their Magnificent Mile mainstay, Rosebud on Rush.
Whenever I think of an Italian restaurant in Chicago, I always think of Rosebud.
It truly is an iconic brand in the city of Chicago.
The Rosebud brand was built on delicious dishes developed by Mr. Dana with a little direction from his parents.
My mother worked in a restaurant, my father. They never made any money. But what they did is they looked in the dining room, and if somebody went like this to my mother like this, ooh, they liked the food. That's all it took.
That satisfied smile has been inspired countless times by Rosebud's beet and cheese stuffed signature lasagna.
Ooh! Greatest traditional dish in America for the last 100 years. Lasagna is the heartiest dish in all the pasta family.
You could make an all cheese, but the Dons would be displeased.
Traditionally done with a great meat sauce, a combination of veal and beef.
This classic red sauce starts with sauteed onions, garlic, and red pepper.
What's next? Guess what? Meat. Veal first. Listen to that sizzle. That's fresh ground veal, nice and lean. It has a flavor that is unbelievable. Now we're gonna do our beef.
Veal and beef brown, and chef makes sure this sauce packs the punch of passion, which tastes like tons of bonus garlic.
Passion is what this is about.
San Marzano tomatoes add tanginess and body, and tomato paste lends a sweet depth.
Now you have a beautiful tomato sauce. Just, oh, I'm hungry.
Meat gets top billing, but cheese does most of the heavy lifting.
Everybody loves the binder, the cheese that pulls it together.
The curds that bind are whole milk ricotta and mozzarella.
The mozzarella melts into the ricotta and pulls it together, and it gives it a creamier flavor.
Pecorino Romano gives it a little edge, followed by fresh herbs and eggs straight from the farm.
The fresh eggs is going to make this mix of cheeses blend together with so much flavor.
The boss builds this beauty from the meat sauce on up.
We need our mixed cheese. This is going to be one hell of a tower, I'll tell you that.
Structural support comes from semolina pasta, providing a foundation for our fillings.
Here we go with a little fresh tomato basil, and let it drip down and make all the flavor come together. A little grated cheese. Here we go, right to Mama's oven.
Midway through, the lasagna gets a mozzarella melt.
Look at that now, come on. A Rosebud signature lasagna. You know how good it is? Forget about it.
That is like Italian heaven on a plate.
It's that first bite that gets me every time. The lasagna here is absolutely amazing. It reminds me exactly of what my grandma used to make.
It weighs about 27 pounds. It's delicious. Yeah. But it is a masterpiece.
Rosebud rocks pasta in all its many forms, from simple spaghetti to the robust 8-finger cavatelli arrabbiata.
It's a fresh-made pasta every day. When you make this pasta, you roll them out with the 4 fingers on each side, so you get an 8-finger.
Arrabbiata is a sauce with a temper.
Arrabbiata, which is angry sauce. People that laugh, they'll still eat arrabbiata. They'll eat it and laugh, because it's spicy, hot, that makes you laugh.
The fat from pancetta and prosciutto moderates the wonderfully contentious flavors of garlic, jalapenos, and hot peppers.
This is what makes it arrabbiata. The hotter, the spicier, the more flavor, but these peppers bring it to that level, the heat. Get a little angry in here.
A double dose of tomatoes, crushed and paste, add the voice of reason.
Paste will make it creamier, richer, and it brings all the tomatoes together. You can see this cooking right now as it's making a sauce. When you deglaze a pan like this, it just adds to the flavor.
The sweet aroma of basil rising is followed by handfuls of our 8 fingers, then another tantrum.
Here comes the real kicker to make you really mad and really angry. A little red pepper seed. Now that's mad. That's extra mad. Tell me that don't look good. Come on. 8-finger arrabbiata. This is what we call that's a nice.
Very smooth and very spicy at the same time. Wow, it packs a punch.
It's a true arrabbiata. You could taste the anger in it, just like my mom and grandmother would make.
So the prosciutto really adds that extra layer of flavor that you're looking for. The smoky saltiness to it. It's really good.
Pasta, it's nice and jelly, homemade. Can't go wrong with it. My happy dance when I eat this pasta.
Pittsburgh's favorite pizza chain will definitely cover the spread of meat.
Now carnivores are happy.
Calling all pizza fans. We're headed for Pittsburgh. The Steel City's got a solid Italian heritage, And one family's recipes are the main link connecting a tiny chain of pizzerias to the original Slice on Broadway.
This is the best place for pizza in Pittsburgh.
When you get off the T, it smells like pizza. It's definitely that Pittsburgh feel where, it's an old house and they turned it into a restaurant.
We're upstairs in the bedroom having dinner. You can't do that in every restaurant.
That crafty conversion was the brainchild of owner Rico Lenardi, who also turned his family operation into a mini chain with 4 locations, including one at PNC Park, home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's his life.
I was born and raised making pizza, came out of the hospital flipping a pie.
This pizza prodigy's recipe for success is pretty simple.
We stick to pizza salads and hoagies, stick true to what we know, use good ingredients, and put our heart into it.
The pizza closest to his heart is a meaty monster with serious family ties, the Santino.
The Santino, that's named after my 3-year-old son. First bite, it's like taking you back to a Sunday meal, pizza style. We're Italian, we like to do it and do it right.
It's the closest thing to New York pizza you're going to get.
While customers are eating in the bedroom, Rico's warming up in the kitchen. Play ball.
To make our homemade meatballs, we have our ground beef, which is an 80-20 mix, ground pork and ground veal.
That 3-meat combo meets up with grated Romano, a grip of fresh garlic, eggs, and Italian parsley.
The recipe was from my grandmother. My dad and her used to make them together, and it did get passed on from generation to generation. They're very packed with flavor. It will swing you right back to your grandma's house on a Sunday afternoon.
Here's another secret from Grandma. Rico grabs a bowl of salad croutons, soaks them in milk, and mashes them into a paste.
If you have a nice balance between meat and bread, it creates a softer meatball.
It's just one of the tiny details that makes Slice on Broadway special.
Anything that you can make homemade brings another level to the experience.
A little olive oil and those meatballs are ready for the oven, and the dough is ready for stretching.
If you're adventurous, you can toss it. I was never good at sports, so we'll just keep it down low for us.
Rico sauces the dough with house-made marinara, then it's a blend of mozzarella and provolone, sliced pepperoni, and a surge of spicy sausage.
We grind it up. That way, you get a little taste of sausage in every bite.
Ding! Meatballs are ready! After they cool, Rico crumbles them by hand and showers them coast to coast. The last stroke, dollops of creamy ricotta.
It cooks, it's gonna kind of meld into all the meatballs and keep everything together.
A quick 7 minutes in the oven, and that pie is cut into an 8-slice wonder of the world.
And there it is, the Santino, a true slice of life.
Jeez, I have 2 hands.
The best part of the Santino is the homemade meatballs, for sure. It's nice, rich flavor on there.
I come from an Italian family. It tastes like how my family would make meatballs.
Great sausage. You taste a little bit of fennel. It's not super spicy, but it's got great flavor.
The carnivores are happy. The carnivores are happy.
They're gonna be ecstatic when they sink their teeth into Rico's cheesesteak pizza.
It's a beautiful cross between a cheesesteak hoagie and a pizza. Since we're so close to Philly, we thought we'd give one to them.
No marinara for this Philly phenom, just a simple dusting of garlic and herbs and drizzles of olive oil.
Every Italian loves olive oil. I think I was baptized in it. It helps explode the flavors of the garlic, creates a little sauce as it's cooking in the oven.
That house blend of mozz and provolone is a solid foundation for Rico's oven-roasted sirloin. And what's a cheesesteak without ample mushrooms and onions? He slices them paper thin.
They're nice sliced red onions. When they bake in the oven, they'll still release that nice sweet flavor, but get a little crispy as well.
Enter the colors of Italy. Fresh, chopped green peppers combined with marinated roasted red peppers. The pie spends 7 minutes in heaven, where it's kissed by the pizza gods.
Philly, Pittsburgh style.
Definitely the best of both worlds. The cheesesteak on the pizza is really unique. It's just really delicious.
The red peppers, they are so sweet and delicious. I just love how fresh it makes it taste.
The steak is great on here, and you definitely get the garlic taste, which is fantastic.
It's like Philly and Pittsburgh. It's a little beefiness, a little cheesiness.
Tastes like Pennsylvania.
And in Pittsburgh, that taste has turned one local guy's pizza palace into the little chain that could.
Slice on Broadway.
The mightiest oak starts with an acorn, and these local gems may just become tomorrow's national treasures.